Hello, class. My name is Linda Almodovar, and I decided to choose Puerto Rico. Many of us know that the capital of Puerto Rico is San Juan. The main languages that are spoken there are Spanish and English. So if you ever decided to go there, you don't have to worry having a translator, dictionary, or a translator friends, or having any language barriers because they do speak both languages, and you shouldn't have to worry about that. The climate in Puerto Rico is actually mainly in the 80s, and it is considered a Caribbean island like Florida. It doesn't get too cold there. I think the coldest it gets is about the 70s, and even in Florida it gets colder than that, which I didn't even think that was possible. But yeah, definitely. It's mainly in the 80s, and it is considered a Caribbean island. The time zone there is an Atlantic Standard, and I thought it was always Eastern Standard Time, but obviously I was mistaken because it is Atlantic Standard Time, and it is now part of the United States. It's actually been part of the United States since 1913, and I thought for some reason it became part of the United States when I was younger myself, but it actually has been part of the United States for a very long time, which makes importing and outporting easy. The history, a little bit of history anyway, is it was actually discovered by Christopher Columbus. The Taino Indians called the island Boricuan or Boriquen, meaning the great land of the valiant and noble lord, or land of the great lord. When Puerto Rico was first discovered, it was named San Juan Bautista, and there was another city that was called Puerto Rico. So they decided to actually switch the names, which was pretty awesome. And the reason why they called the little city Puerto Rico is because they felt that it had a lot of potential, and it was a very serene place for people to be. So that's how it got its name. And now there is actually a city called San Juan Bautista still to this day in Puerto Rico. So there are many things to do in Puerto Rico, but I did find a couple things that I thought it was interesting to share with you all. There's sightseeing at El Morro, and it's just out of San Juan. This place is known for its extensive history and its view of the Atlantic Ocean. The structure is a six-story fortress that was built in 1539 and 1589 that remained standing after two world wars. So anything that can hold up its stance for that long is definitely worth finding out more information about in its history and how it lasted that long, especially through two wars where there's all type of things being thrown at you. Another interesting thing to do out in Puerto Rico is go to the beaches, of course. It's best known for that. But there's one beach in particular called the Condado Beach. It's surrounded by hotels, resorts, beach bars, and any water activity that you can possibly think of. It's very crowded, so if you're looking for a place to be more relaxed and be more about the scene as far as on the serene side, it's definitely not the place for you to go to. There's a lot going on with a lot of people there, so you're probably best to go to a different beach if that's what you're looking for. Otherwise, this will be a great beach with it being so busy with a lot of people in the hotels and the beach bars, and it'll just be awesome. Castillo de San Juan Cristobal. This is also another history site that was built to prevent land attacks back in the olden days when they used to have wars, of course. And it's definitely good to know a little bit more about this as well. So a lot of people who like the Arrow also like this site, and they state that it's definitely worth seeing just so you can be more knowledgeable about what happened there. And it's very interesting. I love the place I would definitely like to go to. The best ranked hotels that I found, there was St. Regis Baja Beach Resort. which was formerly known for being a coconut plantation, and they knocked it all down. And they have everything there that you can possibly think of. They have a great poolside. They have great vaulted ceilings, very appealing to the eye. Like everything is just absolutely beautiful. They have the 300 thread count sheets that you touch and fall asleep on. And then, of course, the high voltage ceilings to really make you feel at home. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. And then the other hotel that I also found that had a good rating, it wasn't on the top of the list, but it's a little bit more affordable. And they've recently renovated this place and it looks good, but a lot of people actually love the customer service and that the word traveled real fast. So, it's great customer service. It's in a great location. It's in the northern San Juan where a lot of attractions and tourists are and a lot of places where you can go in the area. The food. Who doesn't love food? Spanish food is amazing. It has a lot of different spices and seasonings, and it's actually a blend of Spanish, African, Taino, and American influences. And it came out to have delicious dishes like arroz con gandules. They have platanos. They have tostones. They have um, it's a Puerto Rican beef stew that's amazing, and I'll recommend it to absolutely anybody. I actually have a friend that is Puerto Rican, and they cook amazing. I love their food. One of the best rated places to eat in Puerto Rico is called Basillas. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. And it has an extensive menu. They actually have a website that you can go to. It's very affordable. The menu is very easy to read. It's in English and in Spanish. And um, they tell you everything that there is to know about the food. And it also states that their customer service is outstanding.